Hi, I'm Greg from Second Thoughts East Yorkshire. Saturday the 10th of October is World Mental Health Day. Every year there's a different theme, and the theme for this year is mental health for all. Now, when we use the phrase mental health, a lot of people automatically think of mental illness. It's strange how that's come about, really. If I say physical health, you don't necessarily think of physical health problems or illness, do you? Mental health is more than just the absence of mental health problems, though. Physical health is about looking after your body, not being a catwalk model or looking like an Olympic athlete, but just being careful and living healthily. And mental health is the same. It's more than the absence of mental health problems. We can all get sad and despondent sometimes because of life events. But good mental health is all about having the resilience and self-belief to be able to get through these bad times and have a good quality of life nonetheless. Sometimes, though, we all need a little help. As a mental health charity, our work is all about supporting people to manage anxiety levels, control their moods a little better, and generally enjoying life more. That can be far from easy for anyone to do, though, even professionals. So for family members and friends who may be living with someone or friends with someone who is struggling, knowing what to say and what to do can be a real challenge. Speaking as someone who has dealt with anxiety and depression myself for substantial periods of time, I know just how hard it can be for those close to us who are struggling to help effectively. The times that we're living in now are testing for even the most resilient people, but there are ways that we can all help others. Remember, the theme for this year's World Mental Health Day is mental health for all, and we can all do something to help. So what can we do to help people who are really struggling right now? Excuse me. Well, people show that the mood is plummeting in many different ways. And a lot of people learn to mask it really well too. Think about Robin Williams as a classic example. So it may not be obvious that someone is struggling. The first way of supporting someone is watching out for these telltale signs that people may be dipping in mood. Some people display their mood with facial expressions, so they're easier to read, and it might be looking sad, but very often that isn't the case. People can hide it very well. Other signs could include someone who is normally chatty becoming very quiet, or perhaps avoiding people. They may stop using social media. They may not text or phone you when they normally would. It could also affect their eating habits too. They may start cutting out meals, or perhaps start to eat more. Some people may become despondent and gloomy for long periods of time, maybe complaining a lot about everything. Having said that, some people are naturally downbeat anyway, so really it's a change of demeanour that we need to look for. Physical health is very strongly linked to mental health too. Consequently, when someone's mood dips, they may struggle with aches, pains, acute flare-ups of any chronic condition such as arthritis, fibromyalgia, eczema, perhaps migraines, or even catching colds. Some people may withdraw from everyday life, but explain it away with physical health reason. I have a headache, or my arthritis is playing up. So look out for hidden signs too. The root cause may well be depression, anxiety, or some other mental health issue. Keep your eyes and ears open for these signs, or indeed others that you may pick up on. We're all different, and we all express or display these signs differently, but you know your person and their normal habits, so look for any deviation from the normal habits. The second way of supporting someone close to you who has low mood issues, such as depression or anxiety, is to agree a plan with them. When the mood is stable, not really low and not really high, or sometimes manic as it's called, talk to them calmly and amicably with the aim of making a plan, agreeing what you can do to talk to them about it when you see the signs, or trigger points that they may be starting to struggle. I'll give you a few examples of trigger points and subsequent actions that you may want to take. The first one, when they go quiet, agree that you can talk to them about what they're thinking. Put some time aside. Secondly, if they stop doing things that they normally enjoy, like hobbies, going for a walk or playing sports, for example, agree that you can spend a couple of hours going to a place that they feel comfortable in so that they can unwind and open up to you. Thirdly, if you start to quarrel a lot when people's mood dips, you could perhaps each write a short note or letter to each other, calmly stating what any issues are so that you can talk about them to each other and resolve whatever issues there may be. Fourthly, if the person starts to drink more heavily perhaps, or to comfort eat, agree that you can work together on a way to regulate this more through diet or pre-agreed rationing, for want of a better term, of food or drink. You can work together on the plan, adding more pointers which fit your own situation. You can merely agree to adhere to the joint plan, or even sign it if you both want to. Remember, the plan is to help that person, though, not to punish them, and your part is as someone who cares about that person struggling. It's to be there and to help them. So show them the reason for agreeing the plan. And the key word there is agree, not impose. So it's not just what you think, it's what they agreed to as well, because it's all about their well-being. The third way to support someone is to listen. But more than that, to really hear what that person's saying. Switch the TV or radio off and turn off your phone. You know, many of you may not want to hear this, but the phone could be part of the problem. They may feel like they're the only real part of a virtual life that others around them are living, and I use the term loosely. Simply devote some time exclusively to them without looking at a screen or typing to other people. Let the person speak, give them time, let them pour it out. You don't need to speak, just listen. Be the one other person that they need right there and right then. It's fine to nod or to say, but don't offer solutions unless you're asked to. Smiling at someone who is struggling, showing empathy and kindness is really good too. The fourth way to support someone when the time is right is to say reassuring things to them. And these can be positive statements like, I'm listening to you. I can see that you're hurting. I really want to help. Take your time. Thank you for talking to me. I can see how difficult it must be for you. Or maybe, I really want to be here to help. The fifth way of supporting someone is to be aware of other sources of support too. Always remember that you aren't expected to become a mental health specialist or professional. You are being kind, supportive, and human with empathy and your time, and they are really important factors. There are professional people to help, with the first point of contact being their GP. The doctor can refer to secondary services such as community mental health teams and other organisations such as the Emotional Wellbeing Service, but they're the gateway, if you like, to further secondary care. There are also charities such as ours, Second Thoughts East Yorkshire, Mind, Rethink, and several others which can help. Mention this to the person, but don't push, just be reassuring and tell them what resources and help there is. It's difficult for us at charities to support someone who won't speak to us directly. We often get contacted by people who are looking after others, asking for help. At Second Thoughts East Yorkshire, we do chat to people with no obligation, without being judgmental in any way. Everything we do for individuals is free too, so there's no charge, there's no commitment and there's no pressure. So please try and tell people, just reassure them that there are organisations like ours which can help. Finally, very importantly, don't neglect your own needs because you are being run ragged supporting someone else. Remember the old saying, you can't pour from an empty jug. Most charities are happy to chat to you too about your needs. I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave a comment on our social media pages. It helps us to review what subjects we cover, and it's good to put in our funding applications too, because we need to be viable. If you want to talk to us, please message me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll be back with more videos soon. In the meantime, take care, stay safe, look after yourself and each other. Good mental health, not just for World Mental Health Day, but every day. You take care. Bye for now.